welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we've got something really special lined up, an in-depth look at one of the most beloved middleweight sport bikes ever made, Kawasaki Ninja ZX-6R ABS. We're going to dive into every angle of this machine, from its aggressive exterior lines to the feel of the cockpit. Then we'll get into what it's like to ride, the performance figures, and of course we'll finish up with what kind of price you can expect if you're thinking of adding this bike to your garage. So sit back, grab a coffee, and let's get into why the ZX-6R ABS remained such a legend on the streets and the track. From the very first glance, the Kawasaki Ninja ZX-6R ABS commands attention. At the front, you can't miss those sharp, predatory twin LED headlights that give the bike a signature scowl, a look that's both modern and menacing. The front fairing channels the wind around the rider, sculpted for aerodynamic efficiency and style. The large central ram air intake hints at the power lurking underneath the bodywork, reminding us this is more than just a pretty face. Moving around to the side, the bike's silhouette shows off the aggressive, forward-leaning stance that's characteristic of the Ninja family. The fairing wraps tightly around the engine, and the minimal tail section leaves no doubt this bike was designed with performance in mind. Those sweeping lines don't just look fast, they help reduce drag and improve high-speed stability. At the back, the ZX-6R continues its sporty design language with a sharply cut tail and integrated LED tail light that keeps things sleek and modern. The license plate holder and rear indicators are positioned in a way that maintains the clean, race-inspired look while keeping everything street legal. You'll also notice the underbelly exhaust system, which keeps the center of gravity low, enhancing handling and giving the rear wheel a more open, aggressive look. From every angle, the ZX-6R screams speed and precision, but the beauty of this bike isn't skin deep. Sitting on the bike, you're immediately greeted by a rider-focused cockpit that blends analog character with digital clarity. The large analog tachometer dominates the center, flanked by a multifunction LCD screen that shows speed, gear position, fuel level, and trip information. It's a layout that feels traditional yet modern, perfect for riders who love the raw feel of an analog needle sweeping across the red line. The switch gear on the handlebars is tactile and solid, designed for quick adjustments even with gloves on. The seat itself is surprisingly comfortable for a supersport, padded just enough for road use without sacrificing the connected feel you want when riding aggressively. The bars and foot pegs are positioned to keep you tucked low for better aerodynamics, yet they're not so extreme that city riding becomes torture. You get the sense that Kawasaki designed this bike for riders who want to carve canyons on the weekend but also commute during the week. Now let's talk about what it's like to actually ride this machine. At the heart of the Kawasaki Ninja ZX-6R ABS beats a 636cc inline 4-cylinder engine. This engine has long been famous for its thrilling mid-range punch and screaming top end. Kawasaki's decision to bump the displacement slightly over the standard 600cc has given the ZX-6R an edge in street usability, offering more torque right where you need it for real-world riding. Twist the throttle, and you get smooth, linear power delivery that builds into a fierce rush as you approach the higher RPMs. Paired with a slick 6-speed gearbox and a slipper clutch, gear changes feel light yet precise, allowing you to focus on the road or track ahead. Thanks to the advanced electronics, including selectable power modes and Kawasaki traction control, the bike feels forgiving when you're pushing your limits. The ABS system on the ZX-6R adds an extra layer of safety, intervening subtly when needed without dulling the feel at the lever. Suspension comes courtesy of fully adjustable show-big piston forks at the front and a unitrack rear shock, giving you the ability to fine-tune the ride whether you're on smooth pavement or tackling less than perfect roads. The brakes are equally confidence-inspiring, with dual 310mm pedal discs and radial mount calipers up front offering strong, predictable stopping power. In terms of weight, the ZX-6R strikes a sweet balance, remaining light enough to flick effortlessly through corners but with enough heft to stay stable at highway speeds. This balance makes it a joy both on twisty back roads and on the occasional track day. Whether you're leaning deep into a corner or accelerating out onto a straight, the bike feels planted and communicative, giving you confidence to push harder each time. When it comes to pricing, the Kawasaki Ninja ZX-6R ABS offers serious performance and technology at a price that's competitive for the class. Depending on where you live and dealer pricing, you can expect to pay somewhere around the mid to upper range for a new one, especially when you factor in extras like ABS, quick shifter, or special edition graphics. It's an investment, no doubt, but for many riders, it's worth every penny to experience that unique mix of high-revving excitement and street-friendly torque that only the ZX-6R can deliver. As we wrap up, it's clear why the Kawasaki Ninja ZX-6R ABS has earned its reputation. It combines sharp looks, cutting-edge technology, and thrilling performance into a package that's as comfortable on the daily commute as it is tearing up the track. It's a bike that rewards skill but doesn't punish riders who are still building confidence. In a world where supersport motorcycles are getting rarer, the ZX-6R keeps the spirit alive, reminding us why we fell in love with riding in the first place. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth motorcycle content coming your way soon. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you own a ZX-6R, or is it on your dream list? Until next time, ride safe and keep chasing the thrill.